The role will definitely ensure our victory in the elections. Definitely, we were not satisfied with the system given by the National Party, so we had to take this decision.
The Lok Sabha polls, Congress was isolated because of the stance they took in the Sri Lankan Tamils issue. Would you be different as far as the Tamils issue is concerned?
We have always viewed a clear view on that issue and we continue to do so.
How many leaders are with you? We know 3 MLAs are with you.
No, I am really not concerned about the numbers. I am concerned about the cadre base and the people support. Leaders who are there with me will always be there with me.
Your supporters say Congress has failed Tamil Nadu. Would you agree that?
No, I would say that we are following a new method. They follow their method, we are following our method.
In what way will your party be different from the Congress?
As I told you, I would like to always take quick decisions, number one. Number two, give positions according to merit.
Last question. What is one thing you found unacceptable with the Congress? You said there was no regard for...
No. I told you very clearly, I am thankful to my leadership for accommodating us for 14 long years.
You said there was no merit.
I said merit should take place. There should be a measurement for merit. We thought that we can do it better.
Did you feel you were sidelined, ignored?
No, I felt that the party's prospects, as we expected, was not raising to the occasion.
Thank you so much, sir. All the best. In Chennai with camera person Edwin, Sam Daniel, Find It TV.
On to the other big story of the day. Delhi may be headed for fresh polls very soon. Lieutenant Governor Najib Jung has called political parties for consultations this evening. But NDTV has learned that the Lieutenant Governor is likely to recommend dissolution of the assembly as early as tonight. That after the BJP told him in the morning that they are not in a position to form the government and are ready for fresh elections. Now, top BJP leaders met last night and decided not to name any candidates for the Delhi by-polls that were meant to be held alongside the Jharkhand and Jammu and Kashmir assembly elections. The Aam Aadmi Party, on the other hand, is now saying that there should be immediate dissolution of the assembly and fresh polls held within the next 35 days. The Aam Aadmi Party has in fact even alleged that the Lieutenant Governor decided to call this all-party meeting after a hush-hush meeting with the BJP. And my colleague Bhairavi Singh spoke to the Delhi Pradesh leader, senior Delhi Pradesh leader Arvinder Singh Lovely.
The suspense could finally be over about government formation in Delhi. The Lieutenant Governor has invited all the major political parties for talks, but the BJP has already said that they are not in a position to form the government and would want elections. I have with me Arvinder Singh Lovely of the Congress. So your reaction to the LG's invitation, what are you likely to say?
See, I'm really unable to understand that why BJP and Lieutenant Governor are again and again taking U-turns. When the by-elections were announced, Congress made it very clear that what is the need of by-elections. And no party has the number why general elections are not announced. Now, when only 2 days were left for last date of nomination, and I think BJP sensed that what will be their fate in these by-elections. Now again they have made a U-turn. So it's a mockery of democracy that every day they are changing the stand. And I fully feel until unless now again they change their stand, that we have all the option open, and they don't say that. People of Delhi, in their all rights, have all the right to have a government of their choice, so there should be a fresh election in Delhi.
Right. As far as the fresh election is concerned, now the BJP is keen on a February election. Aam Aadmi Party says that it should be in as soon as possible. Yes, what is the Congress?
Absolutely. Why February? When already there is a code of conduct going on in the country, and all arrangements are there, and a day for counting of votes is also set. So now it's on Election Commission. I think as early as possible election in Delhi should be held.
So there was a meeting of Mr. Upadhyay from the BJP this morning, which the Aam Aadmi Party is saying was a hush-hush meeting with the LG. What is the Congress's take on it?
See, we are confused. There are so many meetings between BJP president and LG House. So it's very difficult for us to say. Now people are even confused whether the BJP headquarters is at their party office or LG office. So what else we can comment on that?
Right, sir. And now that the election season will kick in, some of the preparations are you going to face for the Congress for this election?
Congress is fully ready for the elections, and all Congress workers will go to the people and tell them about our 15-year rules and 1-year mess of Aam Aadmi Party and BJP. All the poll promises which they have made and come to power because of them, they have failed on all the issues. You look at the law and order situation in the city today. They promised that Delhi will be secure for women. Now it's not even secure for the cops, and there is communal tension all over the city, whether it is Bhavana, whether it is Trilokpuri. Never in the history that police has been forced to impose curfew. Now their city has been under curfew, one part of the city.
Right. All right, so thank you very much. Mr. Lovely, they're telling us that they are ready for elections and should happen as soon as possible, and not, of course, what the BJP is saying about the February timeline. In New Delhi, Bhairavi Singh, NDTV.
India is on high alert after Sunday's suicide attack on the Pakistani side of the Wagah border, in which 60 people were killed and 110 injured. The blast happened minutes after the flag-lowering ceremony yesterday evening. In fact, the beating retreat ceremony has now been suspended for the next 3 days. Tracking investigations into that bomb blast case for us is my colleague Yusra Askari, who now joins us on the phone line. Yusra, has any progress been made?
Yes, the initial probe report has been made available to Chief Minister Shahbaz Sharif, and who has ordered the formation of a joint investigation team to probe the incident. Security in Punjab and across Pakistan has been put on high alert. I'd also like to tell our viewers that explosives have also been discovered early this morning at 10:45 a.m. when the area was being swept. They were discovered in the vicinity of the car park of Wagah border. These were taken away by the bomb disposal squad and defused. 60 people are now confirmed dead, including 10 women, 7 children, 110 people are injured. And we also do know that 3 Rangers personnel have lost their life and 5 others have been injured in the incident. All hospitals in the area still remain on high alert, and repeated calls for blood donations have been made by all hospitals. Neha?
Right, Yusra, thanks very much for those details. So 7 arrests have been made in that case. The BJP has issued its first list of candidates in Jammu and Kashmir. Out of 45 candidates, 13 are Muslims. The party is contesting most of the 87 seats in the state, and all propping up fringe groups and former separatists having a tactical alliance with them. Tracking that for us is my colleague Nazir Masoodi, who now joins us from Srinagar. Nazir, of course, galvanized by its recent victories in Haryana and Maharashtra, the BJP now hopes to capture Jammu and Kashmir as well. And what's really interesting is that they're now actually tying up with former separatists.
While BJP is trying to forge an alliance, a tactical alliance with all the smaller fringe groups in Jammu and Kashmir, particularly in Kashmir Valley, to achieve its mission 44 plus in Jammu and Kashmir. And this mission is very, very crucial for BJP having its own government in India's only Muslim majority state. I'm joined by the face of the BJP in Srinagar, Dr. Hina Shafi Bhatt. She is the Muslim candidate of BJP in Srinagar. Dr. Hina Shafi, tell me what motivated you to join BJP. Now, are you confident you are going to win this seat? And given the fact BJP is counting on the Kashmiri Pandit votes, and your constituency has Amira Qadr as a considerable Pandit vote bank as well.
And definitely what motivated, I'll go in bricks. Like, first, what motivated me to join BJP was the progress, the development they have shown in other parts of countries, the change, what we need in Jammu and Kashmir. Other parties have failed. The present government, the present mainstream parties being in the government since ages, and we have seen no change in the state. So BJP, I have high hopes from BJP to bring a change.
Now, as I asked you about, are you counting on Kashmiri Pandit votes? You have almost 12 to 13% Pandit votes in Amira Qadr constituency, which is a very low turnout constituency, even 10%, 9% voter turnout we see in the previous elections.
Definitely, we have to count on all the voters, like either the Muslim votes, Sardar votes, Kashmiri dislocated people who are in Jammu, Delhi. I'm counting on each and every vote. And I believe.
Also, you are counting on the boycott by the separatists, so that will help.
So boycott has been there since all the elections I have seen. So it is definitely the loss for the Kashmiris if they do boycott. I'm not counting on boycott. I will hope and I will request people to come out and vote. That will change the scenario of whole Kashmir politics.
While BJP doesn't have any formal alliance with any major political party, it is actually back to propping up the fringe groups in Kashmir. Ram Madhav had met several groups in Srinagar recently.
Yeah, if we are going to, inshallah, make our own government, BJP, we definitely have to get support from one of the good parties.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hina Shafi. So that is exactly BJP is trying. Hina Shafi is the Muslim face. They have already, fielded 13, Muslims in their first list of 45 candidates. We'll have to see how BJP is going to play in these elections.